All right, today let's go over an info page. This is an info page for a property that you have that will be available for sale or lease option, and you want to build a landing page for it and then drive traffic to that landing page so that you can capture buyers' interest and build your buyers list with this. So let's go in and figure out how to build that. Under Tools, I'm going to go to Property Pipeline, and I'm going to choose the property that I want to work with. I'm opening up my marketing tab. You can see it's already open here, and I'm under property details. If I scroll down a little bit, you can see that the published status has community status here. I've got that off. I don't want to share this with other members of the Dreams community. I'm leaving that off. My website status, this is my landing page, so I have this published on. And then this website status portion down here is whether or not I want to list it in my full website, so my authority site. Do I want to list that as an available property for sale? Currently, I'm not ready to do that. And then Property Blaster, if I want to syndicate this to the third-party sites, I would select that on and then set my expiration date. And I do not want to do that yet, so I'm leaving that off. Continuing down under Property Basics, you just fill in your information, so your address, the marketing details here, how many beds, baths, square feet, your listing price, how you want to categorize it, and then property description. You're going to give it a catchy title and short description, and then you're going to enter in your full property description here. More property information, so if you have different information that you want to share, if you want to display the address, you can, or you can choose not to. If you had specifics that you wanted to list, like latitude and longitude, you could list those as well. Property Features has a list of basic features that you can just click through, or you can add your own very easily. The school profile, if you're in a great district for schools, you would want to include that information. Or land and building information. If you had an unusual number of parking spaces, you could include that. How many stories, total number of rooms, that sort of thing. Any pricing details, so if you're doing a lease option, you want to list out your deposit or how often your rental frequency is, you can include that. Open house details, if you're going to feature an open house, you could set your time and date for that. If it's listed with an MLS ID number, you can include that. And if you do have a video tour, you can include your code here and a little video description and save that. A little bit further down is where you can upload your images. I recommend that you have your primary image on top because that is going to be your featured image. There you just drag and drop it into place wherever you'd like to. Maybe if it's a beachfront home, you don't want your frontal image. You'd like to have the beach to be your primary image. That's okay too. So just drag and drop wherever you'd like. Going back up to the top, now I'm going to select Property Website. And let's go over this. So you want to, again, make sure that this published is on. And then you can set your domain. So if you haven't already selected a domain, we have special domains that you can choose from. It's just going to include a short little number at the end of it. So these are pretty much domains that everybody has access to. It just there's a unique identifier number at the end specific for this particular property. So you pick one that you like and you update your domain. You'll see that the links have adjusted, and here's the little ending number. You can either use the full link, or you can include a short link if you had this to send out for text blast, for example. Let's look at here. This is your website status. This is how many visitors and how many leads we've captured. So currently, since I've been playing with it, I've gotten 5 visitors and I haven't captured any leads. You can reset that at any time, and it'll set it back to 0 whenever you're ready to really start capturing that data. And then this portion down here under My Contact Manager is how you're going to manage the data that gets entered into the web form. When somebody clicks on things within there and they leave information, what is going to happen? So it's going to assign a to-do plan It's going to set an autoresponder series, and it's going to flag and categorize the contact. In this instance, I've got them set to a buyer property search inquiry, so they're going to get that 7 home buying mistakes action set. Further down is where you can turn on and off these features within your single property website. So I have images, I'm going to keep that on. I did not have a video, so that's off. I'm not including any documents or comps. If I had a great walk score, I would include that, but it's on the ocean, so there's not much else you can walk to. And I don't have any analysis that I want to include, so all of that's going to remain off. This QR code is something you can download and use in other marketing, and it will send them directly to your landing page that you're creating currently. Any tracking pixels, if you're going to advertise this on other sites and they have tracking pixels for you to include, this is where you would paste that information. Or if you had a more stylized description that you wanted to include, this is where you would include that. Going back up to the top, let's take a look. View and customize website. This is where you go and you pick which template. So we have 3 different templates that we can choose from. We can also update the background information here. So as I change it, this is a beachfront place, but maybe if it was in the mountains, I would change whatever picture I wanted to include around there. I'm going to leave it with the mountains, and then I could choose different background as well. So right now I have it as water, which looks pretty good. Prior it was wood. There's all types of backgrounds. Yellow stripes, just depends on really what your preference is. Sunset, I think that's kind of pretty. So let's leave it at that. We're going to save and close. And let's take a look at what we've got now. So again, at the top, you've got your address listed here. If we click to not show that, this portion would not show it. The more info boxes is where we're capturing the lead information. So anytime somebody clicks on this and gives this information, it goes directly into our contact manager. Photos, again, I told you I had additional photos, so this is where they can scroll through and look at everything. A map of the property, which gives them an option to see satellite view of the property. They can zoom in and really take a look at it if they want to. And then as they scroll down, another more info boxes so that they can put in their name and phone number and be contacted back. That's pretty much it. If you have any questions, just let me know. You can reach me at vaSupport@globalpublishinginc.com or 904-262-0491, my extension 127. Thanks.